I had two openings, one when I was about 24 and the other when I was about 38. What medicine calls mania and what I call opening is an opening of the mind. And also, when it has time, and I think this happens, first the mind opens and then the heart begins to open. Everything appears more colorful. You see more depth in a scene. You have a wider vision. Before it was sort of this narrow, less colorful tunnel. Now it's wider. And that stays. That's an effect that if you are not given a long course of neuroleptic drugs, can stay. It can become permanent. When you're in that opening, you actually don't realize at first that you're profoundly vulnerable. So suddenly you can go from feeling wonderful to feeling awful. Because, either people see it as an opportunity to bully you, or they may be well-intentioned and panicking themselves, and their panic is infectious. You begin to panic because they've panicked. Or they just, they don't like a rapid change in personality. You've gone from being one person that they knew well to being someone that's suddenly more confident and more decisive and talking a blue streak, and they don't like that. These openings offer a huge freedom, and you feel like you're just at the beginning of this great development in life. All these things that you have worked years to obliterate or that have controlled you for years are suddenly gone. You can think clearly, you can speak clearly, you're confident, you're not afraid of social situations anymore. You take action, you make decisions without having to worry about it. So when I went into this opening, I lost the obsessive compulsive thinking. And stuttering is a similar thing. You have something that you want to say, but there's suddenly a wall and you can't say it. And the stutterer reacts to it in a way that's not productive. He just tries to beat down that wall. And the harder he pushes against it, the stronger the wall gets. I would never give up this experience that I had for any amount of bribery. You couldn't give me $1 billion to say that this did not happen. Go back and change the past. I can spend more and more time in a lucid state where I can speak freely. You're talking to someone right now that if you'd had this spoken to me 3 years before, I wouldn't have been able to get a word out. It would have been, the words that would have come out would have been rigid and not so interesting. The stuttering would have been impossible to get through. Now I don't have that anymore. That in itself is worth, by itself is worth all the suffering that I went through.